Howdy y'all, it's Russell back with Gwinnett Lawns and beautiful. Look how foggy and dreary that sky is. Atlanta, Georgia. Today is November the 7th, 2022. And this is a sad week because it's the last week of mowing. It's the second week in November. And, you know, it's weird because you see the grass. The Bermuda still has some green in it in most of the lawns. It has been unusually warm the past week. It's going to end this week. It's going to be 82 degrees today. I like that. It was really super foggy this morning, and it still is foggy. You can see off in the distance if the camera can capture it. It's starting to dissipate a little bit, but problem is it makes all the leaves on the ground a little bit moist. And I'm going to tell you that I do not, N-O-T, I do not like having no light after 5:30. Hopefully we'll be able to stay on daylight savings time, and next year, hopefully, I think it passed the Senate, and it's just got to pass the House, and we need to stay on daylight savings time. Just makes no sense. But anyway, it's like 8:20 now, so yeah. But yeah, the problem is that I need some sun to come out, and I don't think the sun's gonna come out very much today. But yeah. So I've got, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 today. So let me ask you, here's the question. With you guys that have leaves, when you end mowing, do you still offer your clients to come back every week or every 2 weeks, however, whatever schedule you're on, to take care of the leaves so they don't build up? So what I have done this year differently than last year is that I sent an email out to my customers letting them know, hey, this is, you know, be the final lawn service of the year. Do you want me to keep coming back if you have a lot of trees in the yard to take care of the leaves? And I've got about 8 customers that are going to let me do that. So it's good for me because I can continue to work for another month or so. It's good for the customer. It saves them on having to do a gigantic leaf cleanup, and it's better for the health of the grass to not have the leaves, especially when they're wet, sitting there rotting on the lawn. So some of my customers don't have a lot of trees in their yard, but others do. And so anyway, I appreciate that. So I'm going to continue to do that. I've gotten a lot of inquiries for estimates on leaf cleanups. The problem is that on most houses, I have to not do the leaf cleanup. I don't have a way. I'm not bagging leaves. It's just completely, totally inefficient. I don't charge hourly. I just give them a price for the job, the cleanup, and it doesn't make sense for me to try to haul leaves to the landfill. First, it's expensive to dump them there at the inert landfill, and it's just too much time. You know, if they're willing to pay me hourly to do that, I'll be more than happy to do it. But yeah, I don't want to do that because it's just not economically feasible for the customer, and I just don't want to bag leaves. So anyway, mulching them if they're super dry is the best alternative. But if there's just too many leaves on the yard and there's no place to blow them, I'm not going to mulch it up and have the yard look a mess. When I finish mulching, I want it to look like there's no leaves at all. So anyway, I'll show you guys some before and afters of the, especially the yard that's down the street. These leaves they just came out of nowhere. But you want to see something? See that ginkgo tree right there in my yard? That tree is like 20 years old, and they're really slow growing, and they have those bright yellow leaves in the fall. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But we'll get a stiff wind here. Temperature's gonna come down a little bit later this week, and you know, we'll usually have some good wind, and most of these leaves will blow right from my neighbor's yard into my yard and right down into somebody else's yard. So I don't normally have to do anything with leaves in my yard. They just, since I'm kind of up on a hill, they just blow away. And they're pretty much not my leaves anyway. It's those 2 giant oak trees over there that's producing most of the leaves. So anyway, I'll show you guys what the yard looks like before and then after when I'm done with it. I'm very glad, if you haven't watched the video, if you have a GreenGuard chute blocker, I have got I did a video on how to replace the gear that was making it loose, so it's nice and tight now. So I'm excited to be able to have that back working properly so that I don't get a lot of leaf blowout debris, and it'll just help with the mulching. So I'll see you guys at the first yard. All right, so there is a lot of leaves in this yard, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards I take care of them. Some bright sun. All right, so it is the afternoon now. I just plain forgot, and there's no good place to film. I plain forgot to turn the camera back on the rest of the day to show you guys the other houses with the leaves. So it is absolutely beautiful. Can you believe this is the 2nd of November? I still got green in my Bermuda, a little bit. It's got some tiger stripes. But yeah, I probably ran that blower probably almost 2 hours. There was only one house that didn't have any leaves. And all these houses were houses that I hadn't done before. I started this season in spring. So they were covered. And let me tell you what, the absolute worst leaf in the world to try to either get out of the Bermuda grass or cut, or it just doesn't work. They don't cut. Is crepe myrtle leaves, and it was some type of weird looking, super thin like a pin oak tree or something. But not the normal oak leaves. They're really, really thin and small, and they are horrible. The mower doesn't even suck them out of the grass. So I had to cut the yard, and then I had to blow it, and it's not the kind you can just skeet across the top of the grass. I mean, you got to get that blower down in there. It's just horrible. But fortunately, all those houses had wood lines I could blow the leaves into. So yeah, it made a 40-minute house, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. And it didn't matter whether I blew them first or cut first, or it just makes a mess. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I am thirsty. Just like this weather. I like this. November in Atlanta. It's a little warmer than it normally is, but I'll take it. Tomorrow's only gonna be the high of like 74, and then the next day 66. So this is it for the warm until probably April. So anyway, most of the trees, I don't know, we got a lot of evergreens, pine trees and stuff, but I would say that more than half of the leaves are on them, and everybody's yard is absolutely jam-packed with leaves. It's too bad I don't have a leaf vacuum truck or something. That's not a thing around here. I know it is up north, like in New England states and all that, but it's not a thing here. So we do what we can do. All right, guys, well, thank you very much for watching the video. And the chute blocker worked perfect. So if you've got one of those and you need to know how to repair it, just search my channel and find the video. With that being said, I will talk to you guys on the next video.